Man, oh man, we are back again with a new massive patch for Deadlock. Today on 2/25/2025, we received the second major update of the new year with a new map. And now you might be saying, well, this kind of looks like the old map. By new map, I mean it has gone from 4 lanes to only 3. This is going to have such a drastic change on the flow and feel and the meta. Everything about the game can pretty much change with this update. 4 becomes 3 and you still have 6 players in the lobby. So 2-man lanes are going to be a thing across the board now. But like I said, even the meta can change. So you might see a 3-person lane. You can see so many, I mean, so much weird stuff already happens in this game that I can't imagine what's going to change. Obviously, logically, probably 2-man lanes across the board, and you'll see a lot of team comp changes. And I mean, I can't. Everything's going to change. So I just wanted to kind of look around the map and kind of take it all in. And we'll be going over some of the new changes in the patch as well that were outside of the new map. Honestly, first impressions from my initial flyby, kind of mixed on it. I feel like some of the visual identity that I really liked about the old map is gone, in that it feels like very cluttered, and that feels maybe like the wrong way to put it, but that's like how I'm gonna put it. Specifically, I'm really not a big fan of mid changing to be a lane. I think this looks really weird and doesn't really look great compared to how the lanes used to look, with mid also being its own thing. Now you've got this kind of goofy bridge that was assembled with multiple reuse assets. Like, I don't know, it just feels weird. And the biggest change is not the biggest, but one of the biggest changes is that mid boss is now underground directly below blue lane in the center of the map. This is, again, just going to change the flow and feel and dynamics of team fights and what time people are going to go for mid boss. It's going to change so much, and I feel like a broken record just saying that, but it is. And so, I mean, as you'll see, most of, I mean, a lot of it was left untouched because these exterior lanes were already kind of defined. You have more of like a, I don't want to say dead area, but a dead area being the jungle and like where this other lane used to be. So without that extra lane there, you have a bigger jungle. You see there's more jungle camps added, it looks like. But it just kind of feels like almost a lot of dead air. Shout out to dead air. But outside of that, I don't know. It feels kind of odd from first impressions. Just seems like the map is so big, but it just feels like so much jungle now. And maybe that's more in line with other MOBA style games, because I know like jungle's obviously like is a massive part of other MOBAs, but jungle's maybe a little bit different in this one. I don't know, I'm talking out my ass here. This is specifically one of these new jungle areas. This used to be the 4th lane, I guess, if you will, or where the other lanes used to be.
Protect the stronghold.
But as you'll see, blue lane here, nothing really changed visually. It still looks the same from the visual update they put out a couple, I guess, weeks, months ago now. I haven't made a video in a while because I've been being lazy and traveling and doing all sorts of stuff. So honestly, this is the first time I've looked at Deadlock probably since the Christmas updates. And so I wouldn't say I'm really foggy on what it looks like, but man, does it look fucking weird now. But really, it's just these dead areas over here of like where this used to be like a lane, and now you've got a new jungle camp, you've got a cut through into blue lane. There's just like a lot of interior stuff going on with new juke spots. So it's really gonna, I guess, change the roaming, like mid-game, like roam fights, and also how jungle is gonna work, and again, like the timings and stuff like that. As you'll see while you're looking at the map, there's a lot of new signs and artwork filling the world now. I've actually paid a lot of attention to the signs in the past and like what they were doing there. So I'm really excited to see that. And in a future video, I'm gonna do another more cinematic style. Well, this one's kind of cinematic, but looking at all the art used in the game, I think it'd be a really interesting look and deep dive, because I mean, as far as I can tell, every single one of these signs is new and or changed from what it used to be, if there was a sign there in the past. I really don't see too many that I recognize, but they are there, don't get me wrong. So one thing I thought about while I was editing this video is maybe with new seasons or other big updates, I wonder if the ads and billboards are going to change every time, because, you know, billboards don't stay static forever in the real world. And knowing Valve, that just seems like such a thing that they would do, is to change the artwork every single time like a big update or a season changes. Sinner's Sacrifice also received an update today, changing how it works. So it will no longer grant a random golden statue buff, but now it has a looping timing window where if you kill it with a heavy melee, and there are audio and visual cues, you'll receive 3 golden statue buffs. Alternatively, a last hit with light melee will only give 1 statue buff. So a little interesting bit. They changed it to be gold now. I believe it used to be green. So that's just a little bit. So that's just another one of those new updates from today. So this is what the other side of the map looks like, which I believe is now yellow lane. As you can see, they added a big bridge from New York, I would assume. I don't know anything about New York, so I guess that's the bridge from New York. And I mean, it didn't get nearly as big of a makeover as middle or the other far lane. This is blue lane now. So yellow is the one with the park stuff. This is the bridge lane. And mostly it looks pretty much the same, aside from the massive bridge now and overlooking everything. Overall, I think that this update's really cool. I really appreciate all the visual changes. I love Valve's style, and like this game just drips with aesthetic. All the art in the game is awesome. In the past, I've said that I'm an analyst in my real life, but before that, I was actually an environment artist hoping to work in games, and I've always loved art. So I really, really love the art style in this game. I really like what they're doing with it. There's a bunch more changes in the patch, as always. I'm not going to get too in the weeds. I really just wanted to look at the visual changes, because I feel like I said, that's just what I really cut my teeth on. Maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't. I really haven't been too active the past 2 months. Since the start of the year, I've just been so busy. The past month, I've been gone. I've been to Colorado and just traveling around a bunch to go to a bunch of different concerts and stuff. I love that. That's what I do most of the time in my free time. And it's just been tough to get back on the horse. And I really haven't touched Deadlock in probably 2 months. And I feel awful about it. And I think about it every day. And I think about making videos all the time. And just don't do it. So now I'm really going to get back on the horse and start doing it again. Shout out to the guy that commented. I can't remember your name. I'll put you on screen here. It really just kind of gave me a kick in the ass that I needed to kind of get back and start making stuff again. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll be uploading some other stuff that's not just Deadlock, so I don't just back myself into a corner. But I'll be uploading a bunch more Deadlock content. I have all these ideas. It's just a shame to let them go to waste. And with that, my name has been Kronos. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again in the future. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, or don't. It really doesn't matter, I guess. Thanks. Okay, love you. Bye.